Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a really fascinating concept called the 15-minute city. On paper, it promises to make our lives greener, easier, more convenient. But what if all that convenience has a hidden price tag? We're going to explore a perspective that asks a really critical question. Is this a step towards a perfect city or something else?
Okay, so let's jump right in. We're going to look at the promise of the 15-minute city, and it is a big promise. But we're also going to look at the critical view, the concerns about how this model, when you mix it with some powerful new technology, could potentially change our idea of personal freedom.
All right, first things first. What exactly is a 15-minute city? Let's break down the official concept as it's presented.
On the surface, the idea sounds incredible, right? Just imagine having everything you need, your job, the grocery store, your kid's school, a nice park, all within a short walk or a quick bike ride from your front door. It's pitched as this huge leap forward in how we live in cities.
And the benefits they talk about are really compelling. We're talking less traffic, less pollution, which is great for the climate. It's about supporting your local shops, creating these really close-knit neighborhoods, and, getting people to be healthier and more active. These are the main goals that are driving these projects. But here's where the conversation gets a little more complicated. Could there be a downside to this vision of a super convenient, hyper-local life?
So the core argument we're examining here isn't against having walkable neighborhoods. Who doesn't want that? The issue being raised is what happens when you start layering this urban model with some very specific new technologies. The worry is that convenience could morph into control, community could enable surveillance, and a climate solution could feel a lot like confinement.
So, what are these technologies we're talking about? And how exactly would they work together to create a system like this? Let's get into the key ingredients.
First piece of the puzzle, a digital ID. Think about a government-issued ID that lives right on your phone. The concern is that this could be connected to everything you do, tracking where you are and logging all your movements.
Next up, a totally new kind of money, a central bank digital currency, or CBDC for short. Now, this is different from the money in your bank account today. A CBDC is programmable. It's kind of like a gift card that only works in certain stores, except this could apply to all your money. Rules and restrictions could literally be coded into the currency.
And this is where it all comes together. Financial geofencing uses your location data to draw a virtual border around you. Inside that border, your programmable money, that CBDC, could be programmed to only work within that specific area, effectively creating what some have called a digital fence.
So the practical worry is this. You could drive outside of your designated zone, maybe to visit family or just go to a different store, and when you try to buy gas or groceries, your payment gets denied. Your money could literally be switched off just based on where you are. Okay, so if you have this digital fence, how would the rules actually be enforced? Let's take a look at how this could work in someone's daily life.
The really crucial part here is that the whole system could be automated. You cross a digital boundary, your digital ID flags it, the system checks if you've gone over some kind of travel quota, and if you have, boom, a fine is automatically pulled right out of your digital wallet. No person involved, no appeals process, it's all just code.
And let's be super clear, this hypothetical system doesn't need a single concrete barrier or a checkpoint. It's built entirely on a constant flow of data, your GPS, your transactions, your car's logs. It monitors everything without any physical walls at all.
Now, I know this might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but according to the source material we're looking at, elements of these 15-minute city concepts are reportedly being tested right now.
We're seeing different initiatives related to these ideas pop up all over the world. Places like Oxford in the UK, other cities across Europe, and even in Australia and Canada are exploring these concepts. And as you can probably guess where these proposals are being introduced, public opposition is starting to grow. The fear is centered on losing what people see as fundamental rights, the freedom to go where you want, and the freedom to spend your own money how you see fit.
So this all brings us to the real heart of the issue. The central dilemma that's presented in the material we've just gone through. It's a clash between two very, very different ideas about our future.
And in the end, we're left with this really big question. Is a world that's greener, more convenient, and more community-focused worth it if it comes at the potential cost of our personal autonomy? It's a huge debate about the kind of future we're all building, and it forces every one of us to ask, what trade-offs are we willing to make?